Hi, how's everyone? How are we all doing today? Let's get ourselves into the correct scene. Hi, hey there. Adjust the camera a little bit. At least Evie's visible. You know, Evie's important. If I even put him on me correctly, because yeah, no, it's fine. There we go. I adjusted the camera too much. There we go. How's everyone doing? I got myself a tablet that I'm gonna try and use as my YouTube chat, at least to view it. It's a little far away, but it's okay. And also I need to not have it with my water bottle. Anyways, let's make sure that it is live, in fact. It is in fact live. No? There we go. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. What's up, everybody? It's Pokémon, and today I am back with some more Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shield shiny hunting. We're doing the usual stuff. Oh, huh. I have channel points on Twitch, apparently. I don't know when those unlocked. But I didn't set up any rewards, so if you have any reward suggestions for channel points, put them in the chat, I guess. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyways. Yeah, no, let's just get right into it. I need to raise the volume of the music, but I do not hear anything there. Of course it doesn't update either, so that's fun. But anyways, let's just get right into it. I did fix the encounter count, which was incorrect. I raised it 3 times last stream when I did not mean to. So when I wasn't supposed to, I guess, is the correct term. Some of my missed Farfetch'd were actually me hitting the Arceus button instead. So that's fun, isn't it? But yeah, let's just get right into it with the controller that's not working. There we go. Controller disconnected for some reason. I did not mean I walked into the... I think I usually have the things the other way around. There we go. There's also a Farfetch'd egg hatching. That Arceus is not shiny. Stop. The controller's not connecting again. What is going on? I think it is the battery again. Okay, guess we're playing with a charging controller. Isn't that fun? Let me make sure I give a warm welcome to everyone. And pin some messages. Right, because I can do that. Not copy the clipboard. Pin message. And over here as well, pin message. So that Farfetch was obviously not shiny. Right? But check its summary. No, it's not shiny. Let's replace it with another egg. And grab ourselves another Arceus encounter by going into the right place in the stream deck. So, I've already mentioned it in the Airbus stream that I had last week, because it did happen more than a week ago. But I only mentioned it at the end of the stream because I forgot before that, and it was just like I mentioned it like during the outro, so it was just because I just completely forgot to say it before. But I finally, the local Nintendo store finally opened up pre-orders for the Switch 2, and I got my hands on it as soon as I saw it, and I got it. I have pre-order for Switch 2 that I'm going to be going to the physical store to pick up, because they're probably going to have an event going on, and that's going to be fun. So, yeah, but since then, they've also added a few pre-orders for a few games. So I did not mean to hit the home button. I just was moving my hand on, like I was tapping the controller itself, and it just happened to land on the home button. So yeah, I pre-ordered a few games, specifically a Mario Kart World I got as a bundle, so that was already there. But I also pre-ordered what's it? Donkey Kong and another thing, which I forgot already. What was the other game I got? Donkey Kong and and Mario Party Jamboree, the Switch 2 edition. I think I was already talking about. I already talked about the situation I had with Mario Party, where I have two buttons busted on all four of my single Joy-Cons, and they're the two buttons you need to get past the title screen on Mario Party. So by getting a new Switch with new controllers, I'll finally be able to play Mario Party again. So I bought Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition, because there's no point buying the Switch 1 edition at this point. So yeah. But apparently the Switch 2 edition of Jamboree only comes out on the 27th of June. 27th of June or July? I think July. Yeah, 27th of July. 10 days. No, 24th of July. A week after Donkey Kong, basically. So for Donkey Kong, I'm gonna go to the Nintendo store again. For Mario Party, I decided to just, you know what, I'm not gonna go week after week across towns to the Nintendo store. So I'm just gonna get Mario Party delivered here. There's not much to go to the store to be honest. Like, it's mostly a thing of like, yeah, it's fun to pick up your physical copy at a store. But it's more so, the launch event, which, you know, is like fun and visuals and stuff like that, and a hands-on. So I do want to get a bit of a, like, there might be a hands-on, like, area. So I do want to try Donkey Kong hands-on before picking up my copy. But there's not much to do with Mario Party hands-on, you know? So I decided to get that just delivered here. And with both of them coming out on a Thursday, They might actually be here on launch day. They might actually be here on launch day because it's a Thursday and there's actually delivery companies on Thursdays, which there aren't on Fridays. So we got a game a day early once, and then it was always the Sunday after. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a while ago, it was the release of Super Mario. What was it? 3D All Stars. Super Mario 3D All Stars. We pre-ordered it. It came out on Friday. We got it the day before, on Thursday, because there are no delivery companies on Thursdays, and I guess they sent it out early enough so delivery companies should be able to give it to you like on time. Also, an egg hatched, which I forgot to tap. So yeah, any game that came out on a Friday after that was delivered here the next Sunday. So with it being with them releasing on Thursdays, they might actually be here on release day. Or, you know, Donkey Kong will be because I'll be getting it myself, but Mario Party 2. But also Mario Party. So yeah. That was actually a double encounter. No, don't reset. Hit A. My god. Say, did I check my box on 930? Yes, I also picked up an extra egg at some point. So let's just use that. There we go. All right. So yeah, not much is happening lately. I'm in a bit of a dull time. Other than the fact that, you know, my country's at war and stuff, but so there's missile alarms from time to time. There was actually one this morning, but it didn't sound like the proper alarm. It just sent notifications to the phones. So I don't know what that was about. There's been a bit of a strangeness with it lately, with the phone notifications and the actual alarms sounding at different times, or one of them not sounding at all. But at least it was this morning instead of midstream like I had a few weeks ago. Is my computer like actually struggling? I don't know. No, it's just a bit of a frame drop, but stop resetting. Okay, at least I'm not actually resetting any of these. But I keep going to the home screen when I shouldn't be. Okay, that's definitely not shiny. Right. I do need to pick up an egg, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. I can't change the stream latency right now, can I? I think it's on the wrong latency. Yeah, it's on normal latency. Dang it! I haven't because I forgot to change the restream thing, so it set its own. It made its own event. And there's a lot of things that are not set up correctly. But setup took a while today. Setup took a while today, so I forgot one detail. I'll make sure it's alright after the stream. But yeah. Anyways, Farfetch'd is slowly reaching 1,000, which isn't fun. And yeah. What is fun though is that I uploaded my Scarlet playthrough finally, right? The evolution run that I said was supposed to be a video for Eevee Day 2023, and editing took way longer than I realized it would. But I finally finished it a few weeks ago. And I finally got it up on the channel. Now, for a few days, it got like 2-3 views. Maybe 5. And I was like, disappointed, because, you know, I was like, I worked on this for like a year and a bit. And it's getting no views. You know? But then suddenly, after like 3 days, it suddenly started exploding. And now it's at like 300 plus views. Which I know that most people click off my videos like soon after. Frick, I took one of my Pokemon off the daycare. Dang it! I'd like to leave Pokemon. Put Ditto back in there. That's 500 Pokemon that I wasn't supposed to spend. Anyways. It's at like 300 plus views right now. And even though I know, I know that a lot of people click on my videos, see that they're not interested, and click out. But when I look at the viewer retention graph that I have on YouTube Studio, right? You have this graph that tells you basically how many percent of viewers you had at any like specific point of the video. And that shows at the end of it around 14% retention, which means at 300 plus views, that's like 40 something people that watched until the end. Which I'm impressed. I am impressed. That's all I have to say. And I'm so glad that people actually enjoyed it, even though it was like 2 hours. And I may have been over specific on some. May have gone into a bit too much detail. I just thought I wanted to go over battle details more, like major battle details, you know, more thoroughly, which maybe wasn't a good idea, but hey, it's a learning curve. I know that I'm not going to repeat the format the video is in. I know I'm not going to repeat that format. My next playthrough videos, which are probably going to be the DLC portion of the. Hello, Tien Zako. How you doing? Let me make sure this Arceus is not shiny. And while resetting it, give you a proper welcome, like I do to anyone who's new here. Let's just get your full thing name in here. Hi, welcome to the channel. So yeah, I was about to say, the next playthrough videos, which are probably gonna be playing through the DLC of the same save file, of the same EV run. I'm gonna do it something more similar to the Swirling Seasons video that I released a little while ago. Where basically I'm gonna have one recording session, like live recording, not live, but you know, where I sit and play through the game and record and do commentary at the same time, and then I'm just gonna edit it down. Maybe it's not gonna be one session, because who knows how long I'll take to finish the DLC, but I'll be playing it here in my room. I'm gonna be just recording it as if I'm recording a stream, and then just edit it down into a video, and not the like post commentary thing that I've done for the main playthrough. Because I realized it just doesn't work for me. I end up forgetting what I did and why I made some choices. And also it takes a long time to edit, so that format is definitely off the post commentary format is definitely off the table. Not gonna do that anymore. Just doesn't work for me. So yeah. So yeah, commentary while playing the game is definitely going to be how I'm going to go up. Like, I tried it with Swirling Seasons. It ended up being much easier to make, and I got the video out, a day or two after the demo came out. I want to say the game came out, but the game technically didn't come out yet. Yeah, Swirling Seasons is still technically in demo phases and not fully released. Question: what capture card do you use? First of all, hey Blob, how are you doing? Second, it's an Elgato HD60S, which I think is no longer sold, but Elgato has other capture cards. Both ones that connect with the USB cable, and ones that connect directly to motherboards of built PCs. So just look up Elgato capture card. I think they even have like a guide of how to, you select like what you want exactly, and they just give you a corresponding capture card. Also, I'm pretty sure it says in the description of the video. Let me see. No, it doesn't. Huh. Thought I had that there. Never mind. I thought I did, and I was wrong. Thanks, wanted to stream and make videos on my Switch. Yep, go ahead. Good morning to you. It is actually almost 4 p.m. for me, so not really morning, but yeah. I mean, you can kind of see it when I reset. You can see the Switch clock, but yeah. Uh, 1450 Arceus and almost 950 far-fetched. Arceus still not even getting close to the odds, so that'll probably take a long time still to appear. $200. Ooh, I did not know the price. I do not remember the prices. But yeah, capture cards are expensive. I mean, it does make sense. If you see me looking this way now, in addition to this way, because here I have my Twitch chat, and here I put up a tablet that has my YouTube chat. I started using a tablet, which my brother bought for him for studies, but he finished it, but he stopped his studies, so he stopped using the tablet, and I was like, I'm just gonna yoink that. And it's been really fun, because I've been using it as a second monitor to my computer, which I can use my TV, but you know, my TV's not always available. And also, having the second monitor close to you is more convenient. Those emulators be looking good now. I don't like emulating consoles that are still in on the market. Like, sure, I'll emulate 3DS and DS, and the Wii, but I'm not emulating Switch just yet. I mean, heck, this channel started on an emulator. An emulator that barely ran because my PC was old, but yeah, pure. I think it's always the same site. So I'm gonna I think I'm going to disable those to auto mod those out. Pretty sure it's the same site all the time. Like, they used to be like random links, and now it's just the same link over and over again. But yeah, it only appears on Twitch for some reason. Guess they didn't realize YouTube Live is a thing. Hello, Live Like Chris. How are you doing? Do you have any shiny legendary Pokemon? A lot of them. I've been shiny hunting in Ultra Sun before for this, and I've gotten all of them that you can get from there. Now, let me go ahead and go to here and give a proper welcome to Live Like Chris that joined the chat a little bit ago, and I didn't give him a proper welcome like I do to anyone who's new here. I'm about to start this tonight. What's the best advice? Start what? Start what? Like shiny hunting Arceus or other legendaries, or what exactly are you starting? Hope all is well. Same for you. But yeah, also the the chat definitely appears faster on the tablet than it does on the chat box. So I'll sometimes be replying. Shiny hunting Arceus. Any advice? There's not really much to it, honestly. Look, what you see here is basically what you need to do. You need to get to the top of the Hall of Origin, at the very top of the stairs. Save there, encounter, then as soon as you see this screen right before the screen right before that one, where it just zooms in, you can already tell if it's shiny or not. No need to get the shiny charm because it doesn't work on anything but eggs in BDSP either way, so it's not going to matter. But yeah, other than that, BDSP Arceus hunting is pretty straightforward. Bringing out any mons with specific moves. I'm actually catching this with a Master Ball, but if you do want to battle it, Happy May the 4th, yes. I'm not much of a Star Wars fan, but I do know that it is today. I'm catching it with a Master Ball, but if you want to battle it, make sure to A, bring a Pokemon with Thunder Wave, paralyze it first thing, because that would make it not use moves as fast, meaning it will take a longer time to get the struggle. Make it easier to catch because status conditions. Technically sleep makes it easier to catch than paralysis, but paralysis sticks around, so it's just a matter of convenience. Do what you want with it. And lastly, False Swipe. False Swipe is the best move for catching Pokemon because you can get its health as low as it gets, literally 1, and you will not knock it out, for certain. If you have a Pokemon with Hold Back from an event, that also works, but otherwise False Swipe. Even if I'm catching it with a Master Ball, I do have the Pokemon, these kinds of Pokemon in my party, so I'll just show you. For instance, I have this Absol that, there we go, has False Swipe at the end of it, and this Pachirisu with Thunder Wave. Also has Spark, you could also use that. Sorry, not Spark, Nuzzle. Nuzzle's 20 base power, but 100% chance to paralyze. So yeah. Thunder Wave or a sleeping move, or a sleep-inducing move, and False Swipe if you want to battle it. Otherwise, Master Ball just works. And yeah, remember, you can see if it's shiny as soon as it gets to this screen. You can just reset at this point. That's all the advice I have to give. Right. The number watching doesn't change on the playback on the tablet, but I can at least see it on my stream deck, which is fine. I have 2 Farfetch'd in my party in Shield, and I need to get eggs to get rid of them. Come on. Give me eggs. Give me an egg. Ah! Yep, the next one hatched. Dang it! Best of luck to you too. Thank you. Oh yeah, that could be skipped. Sadly, the cutscene can't be skipped. In Let's Go, there are ways to either skip or completely get rid of the cutscenes, but not in BDSP. Okay, now I really need eggs. There's 3 Farfetch'd in my party. There we go. Egg. Also, it's still kind of funny that the playback on the tablet also says started 45 seconds ago, even though I've been streaming for 40 minutes at this point. Oh, the YouTube viewer thing had an error. Don't know why. Hopefully it will still update. We'll see. Okay, 960 is when my next box fills. And that is only if I'll actually manage to empty my party of Farfetch'd. Because that's certainly taking some time. Especially when I'm not paying attention to it and not seeing when I'm getting new eggs. So excuse me if I'll be looking a bit down. Yeah, now I have a lot of things to look at. I have the camera with the main computer screen that has that is the way I also see Brilliant Diamond. I have this switch to look at, which has Shield on it, and the Farfetch'd hunt. I have the Twitch playback and the Twitch chat down here, and the YouTube playback and YouTube chat over there. So a lot of things to look at, and the stream deck that it's down here. You might be able to tell if I'm looking right up or right down. I don't know, but lots of stuff. How I'm managing it? Barely, but ADHD. Yeah. That's not correct, is it? That's not correct. There we go. That wasn't Anastar City. Something else was Anastar City. Come on, can I get eggs? Yes. I'm gonna see soon too how much I'm going to get to before going ahead and taking a break. Yeah, I'll take a break soon. There we go. No fun. I think I finally emptied my party of Farfetch'd. It's full of eggs again. Yep, okay. There we go. There we go. Now I can just roll around and shield until the next egg hatches. Which is now, apparently. Still no shiny. So yeah, there's still a few weeks until the Switch 2 comes out. I'm gonna have still 2 more streams over on Arabos before it happens. Which will seemingly be on the next in the next Mario and Luigi game, because I just finished the last one. And now I have to Farfetch in my party again, which means that should be on 9:58. So, what happened to YouTube? You just taking its sweet time loading. Apparently my computer is struggling a bit. There we go. So yeah, I did send out a poll over on the Airbros channels, on the Airbros places of, do you want me to do like the extra gameplay or just go on to the next games. So far the results definitely seem to be going towards the next game. So I have had that ordered. And I will be playing it, at least for the next 2 streams. Because after that, the Switch 2 comes out, and I do want to do some stuff there. And hopefully I'll be able to get some content, some stuff on the Switch 2 on this channel as well. Hopefully. I think I can get to 1470. To 1470 before we take a break. Yeah, it is 960 on the eggs, but I need to get rid of the 2 Farfetch'd in my party. Again. So I'm not going to check my PC just yet. Let's first actually fill the box. Using this egg. I know you can't see it, but I can't really... I mean, I can't show 2 switches at the same place because this is the Switch Lite. The capture card doesn't work on it the way it does on the regular Switch. Which is still an original Model 1. Like it's not even the it's definitely not the OLED version, but it's also not the 1.1, 1.2 model. How do they call it? The one that had it's like extended battery life and stuff, but no like visual change. It's not that. It's the original model. Anyways, I've filled the PC now. Filled the box. Let's go ahead and get them checked out, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Okay. Make sure it is actually the 30th. Yes, it is. We have 2 more boxes. I need to... Then I'll need to clean my PC. That's always fun, isn't it? Just sit and release Farfetch that aren't shiny. Yeah. Yes, I do need to grab an egg. It's funny, it's a remix of the SSN, but because my first game was ORAS, I played through Home first, and I associate that sound more so with the Oceanic Museum than the SSN. I know it was based on it. That's the entire point, but But I'm definitely thinking more of the Oceanic Museum than the SSN. I also used to have the OS soundtrack playing like on repeat on my phone, so that's also a contributor to that fact. But yeah. Right. That's a double encounter, actually. Yeah, okay, it's taking a little longer to get to 1470, but I will sit through it just to get there. I can wait another minute. Alright, let's grab this egg. And then one more Arceus encounter. Look, there's also another egg. So I can at least replace. I can at least replace if it will give me an egg, and it did. Look at that. So that's encounter 1470. That is encounter 1470, and it's not shiny. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna hit a cheeky little save on shield, and we're gonna go ahead and take a little break. I don't know why I put the switch light on sleep mode, but I'm gonna take a little break, just to go to the bathroom and perhaps fill my water bottle. As usual, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. And both switches already turned off. Wonderful. Not turned off, but darkened. And the trap that I missed, seemingly not. Alright, let's get back to it then. I tried looking at the controller to see if it's charged. It's still charging. I don't want other things to run out of battery while that's happening. Just paying attention to battery levels, that's it, that's all. Put the bottle where it doesn't hide the tablet. At some point I'm gonna move to a proper computer with 2 monitors. But for now, laptop and a tablet is the best compromise. Not that it's connected right now. It's on the YouTube app, but you know, still. I could connect it, but there's no real difference between just playing the stream through the YouTube app and using YouTube Studio. Plus, I'm afraid that connecting it would put more strain on the computer than it has now. It's already straining, so I don't want to put further strain on it. I should probably pick up this extract, because I have another Farfetch'd in my party. Don't replace Town Flame, do reset this Arceus. And move on. One small thing that I have with this tablet is that it came with this like stylus thing, right, which connects through Bluetooth, and it should, if you put it at the back of the tablet at a specific point, it should charge it, and also initial pairing happens through it. A few days after I started using it, which was a while after my brother stopped using it, and was like a week ago also, but a few days after I started using the tablet, the pen just stopped charging. I tried looking it up online, and they were like, yeah, reset the tablet, like take the pen off and back on, put it back on a few times. None of it worked. It seems like it's a pretty common problem. So I don't know exactly what's going on with it, but I'm gonna go get it fixed tomorrow, or at least put it in a lab. It's no longer under warranty because it's bought ages ago. It's also been this model has also been discontinued since, I'm pretty sure. It's like a 2011 model. No, 2021 maybe. It's pretty old. like when it comes to stuff like that, it's old. Also, to get like the physical keyboard, the official like physical keyboard that connects to it, I had to get it through eBay because I could not find it anywhere else. I could find other keyboards that connect to it like via Bluetooth and stuff, but I was like, no, I want the physical keyboard that connects to it physically, because then it also acts as a stand and it's like convenient and stuff, and probably more reliable. So that I ordered. It's gonna take a while to get here. Because my brother didn't see a point in getting the physical keyboard, apparently. Because he'd be using handwriting most of the time, I guess. I mean, most of the time he wouldn't even take notes, I think. He didn't pay too much attention in his studies. Which was a shame, but... that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about his fun tablet. I mean, we're here to shiny hunt. I'm just rambling because... Well, mostly because if I'm not rambling, I get copyright strikes for the music. Not strikes, they're claims. They're not strikes until... They're not strikes until later, but... But I did read copyright claims, even though I'm using remixes. Like, I've learned not to use official music, ages ago. At least not Pokemon. Right. Mario, I think, is a little, hello! Hello, the Spartan! I'm thinking of shiny hunting Latios and Latios. Are their odds affected by Shiny Charm? Which game are you playing? That is important. But also, I'm gonna give you a copy though. I'm not gonna do anyone who's new here. Welcome with the Spartan. At least I think you weren't here before. And if you were, then you get the message twice. Congrats. You are a winner of my not perfect memory. So yeah, BDSP. Yes. BDSP, the Shiny Charm, only affects eggs. Don't know why. So the answer is no. It is not affecting them. The legendaries will have the full 1 in 4,000 chance. Uh, 4096 to be more specifically. To be more specific. Yeah, it's either to be more specific or more specifically. And I just combined them. Anyways, yeah, only works on eggs. Don't know why that was a thing. And apparently also in Sword and Shield they only work on non-static encounters. Never knew that was a thing, but I never really tried. And, well, you know, like Dynamax Adventures, but that's not. We'll go through hell for a few months then. Yep, that's pretty much what I've been doing here. I've been streaming this for how long now? A long time. That's for sure. I've been doing these streams since... that can be reset. Since the end of last year. Yeah. that's also about how long I've been on a job hunt. So ain't that fun? Yeah, I have no professional point. Now I'll have it. Come on. Hello? 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 Yes! Now I'm not on mute. How long have I... What have you not heard? Have you heard the fact that been on a job hunt since the end of last year? If you could tell me what about was the last thing you heard, that would be great. Yeah, my microphone has not the most stable connection to my computer, so can you actually still hear me? No. Yeah, okay. Sound is back on. Right, Farfish suck yet, but I need to actually grab an egg. When you were talking about your job hunt, oh, we should find that one soon. Okay, thank you. I guess after that, I was talking about the fact that if you have a 3DS and older games, you can hunt Latios and Latios in Ultra Sun and Moon, and in there, they have they are affected by Shiny Charm. But I guess not going back as far, if you have the Sword and Shield DLC, then Dynamax Adventures are great because they give you a 1 in 300 chance of finding the shiny. If you don't have the Shiny Charm, and 1 in 100 if you do. If you do have the Shiny Charm. And I mentioned after that I know I had I started playing started playing Pokemon in 2016. So I have all the games and I have a 3DS. But there's starting to be, you do have Ultra Sun and Moon. I caught them on there. Right. Yeah, that would make it harder. I shiny hunted all the legendaries in Ultra Sun. Took me like a few years, but I did it. I managed to do it. Still missing a lot of Dynamax Adventure Pokemon though. Like not missing, just haven't managed to finish shiny hunting them. I'll do that at some point. At least after I finish this platinum playthrough I have right now. Which there's not a lot to it left. I'm already in Sunshore City. But I do want to finish that before I had and either make the DLC playthrough of the Eevee run, or continue Dynamax Adventures on Shield. And why or? So yeah. But I understand that there's more and more people that don't have a 3DS even. Because, I mean, Pokemon has been on the Switch since 2018. Well, late 2018, but still 2018. Which, you know, was more than 6 years ago. So, young people who only started gaming around that time don't have older Pokemon games. Or even a 3DS sometimes. Like, it almost feels crazy seeing people that started playing recently and like just like have only Scarlet and Violet or something. Like, I basically played all games since Generation 6 on actual hardware. Like, all physical copies on real hardware. But it's just because I've been playing for a long time. And some older games. I've been going through a thing. I said I'm playing through Platinum. That's also an actual physical copy of Platinum that I got recently. And by recently, it was like a few months ago. Just been playing. Took a long time to get to it, and even then, even after I got to it, I'm playing through it slowly. This is just like doing it whenever I feel like it. I'm taking my sweet time with it. So I've been going through this thing, right? I call it the region journey because I wanted to play through some old games. So I started with getting a Game Boy Advance, and like an actual Game Boy Advance. I'm playing since X and Y. We recently completed National Dex on Home. Nice. I still don't have Home completed, but I do have like Dex completed on every game since Gen 6. Well, I have at least one completed Pokédex. I've completed the Pokédex at least once on every game since X and Y. I don't have all of them because I had to replay through BDSP and I didn't bother completing the Pokédex again. Otherwise, all my games beyond like Gen 6 and on have a completed Pokédex and Shiny Charm and everything. But basically, I wanted to play through some older games, and technically there were specific games I wanted to play through, right? Which were Fire Red, Soul Silver, Emerald, Platinum, and Black and White 2. Because I played through Black and White a long time ago, and I was like, okay, I want to play through some older games from like a game from each region. I realized that it's easier to categorize that set of games as the last 2D game of every region. Obviously one of the pair, if there's a pair. But it was just these specific games that I wanted to play through from every region. Again, it only goes up to Gen 5 because Gen 6 I already started playing, I already had all the rest of the games. So that's my region journey. I'm on the second to last part of it. And like I said, I still have a bunch of stuff I want to do in modern games, so it will be a while before I play Black and White 2. But I will do it eventually. But yeah, I think that there are some games that I've done not the national decks, but you know, whatever counts towards the shiny charm. In some games I've done it twice. How many shiny legends do I have? So I have all of the ones available in Ultra Sun, which I don't know the exact count. I have all 4 from Let's Go, and I have like 4 or 5 from Dynamax Adventures. Man, I have the event legend shinies. Oh, if events count, I have Zero Aura as well, and what else do I have from events? I don't remember what I have from events, but everything that was, you know, just on the internet. All the events that were on the internet, I have none local ones or like local code ones, because guess what? They don't arrive to where I live. Even now that we have a Nintendo store, they don't get those kinds of codes. It's only usual like game or grocery stores which are companies that just don't even have branches here. But yeah, without manually counting it, I don't know the exact count. I also don't remember which ones I have from Dynamax Adventures and which I don't. But I basically went over all the ones that I have. That's not Aquatic City, is it? No, you just suck at updating the title. But yeah, I've been playing since 2016, and I've been shiny hunting not long after that, so I have a lot of shiny legendaries as well. I mean, I could count, but not on stream. Not gonna do it on stream. I don't even have to go to Pokemon Home. I just have a spreadsheet where I keep track of my shinies. because it's easier to count things that way. Grab a total counts of my shinies. So like counting boxes and stuff. So I do my best to register. I do like VDSP as a remake. Typically dislike it, but it does the job, I guess. I'm mostly disappointed. It's pretty janky. It could have been much more because of Platinum. Like, I agree with most of the stuff the community as a whole says. Not everything. I don't think these are horrible games. I don't like them as much as other games. Definitely. And yeah, they have a lot of the problems that Diamond and Pearl had. Some of which Platinum fixed, and they did not. Yeah, they just didn't implement. So I am mostly disappointed by it. Like, it got to a point that since I lost my original BDSP save, I had to replay it, mostly to be able to shiny hunt Arceus. I couldn't even get a team. Like, I couldn't even think of a team of Pokemon I wanted to use and didn't use before. I just ended up making it a solo run. That's a starter solo run, because it's just like, I do not know what Pokemon I'm going to use. I'm just going to use none of them. Yeah. Which is your favorite game between Gens 5, 6, and 9? Only because the story for Scarlet and Violet is actually good. I love Scarlet and Violet. I mean, Auras were my first games, so that keeps like a special place in my heart. But SV does have a good story. It's fun to play. The gameplay is not the glitches are not that bad and stuff like that. And yeah, SV basically is. SV is definitely my favorite. I'm completely fine playing through Scarlet and Violet. I mean, I've done the main story twice already, and it was fun. And I'm gonna do the DLC a second time. Soon. And do the DLC a second time soon. And besides, it's gonna be better once the Switch 2 update comes out, and you play it on a Switch 2. Which is your favorite shiny of all time? Ooh, that's a tough one. There's a lot of shinies that I love. I mean, I love basically all like golden shinies, which is part of the reason why I'm hunting Arceus, but also because it's a way to hunt a mythical. But also because it's shiny, because it's a golden shiny. But I think my favorite shiny has to go to Luxray. It's either that or some of the evolutions I love. I mean, I love Eevee as a whole. But it has an amazing shiny, and Umbreon and Sylveon have amazing shinies. The rest, not so much, but I have them just because of the Eevee Day event from 23, I think. Where I hunted them live. Where I hunted the rest of them live. I did get Vaporeon before it, but just because I had a water sandwich running and a Vaporeon outbreak. Like I had a water sandwich running from a different Pokemon that I managed to, from a different shiny that I managed to get. And I also had a Vaporeon outbreak at the same time in Scarlet and Violet. So they're close, but I think Luxray is still. I think Luxray is still my favorite. It was also one of my first shinies, so that might have to do with it. I'm all the way back in OS. Okay. I don't know if you can hear the whatever police or something shouting to a megaphone outside. Interesting. So what's your gameplay to catch Arceus? What Pokemon do you use? Gallade? So I specifically will be using the Master Ball. If not, if I wouldn't have used the Master Ball, I have a Pachirisu for paralyzing and an Absol for false swiping. Oh, I'm looking at my party on Shield and not registering actually what I need to do with that. I do need to pick up an egg. So yeah, like I have Pokemon ready in my PC, but I made a poll at the beginning of the hunt, and people were just like, just use the Master Ball. So I'll just use the Master Ball. Not like I'll be hunting anything else in this game. I mean, Absol also sort of dates back to my first OS playthrough. I had an Absol on my team, and it was my false swiper there, and it was very fun to use. I later also used it in Sun and Ultra Sun, the same exact one, because when you Mega Evolve it, it has Magic Bounce, which is useful in some fights. In SOS chains, you need to actually fight Pokemon until you get the shiny. So Magic Bounce was useful in a few situations. So Absol is also like some of my part of. One of my favorite Pokemon is what I was trying to say. What just happened there was the straw of my bottle disconnecting from the cap. That happens sometimes. I think we're going to do one more Arceus encounter, and I'm going to take another break. Yeah. 1500 is a good place to stop. Not to stop, take a pause. Stop for now, if you want. Alright, not shiny. Let's put this Farfetch'd back in the PC. Hit save on shield, because that is useful, and I don't know why I started really damn it again. We're just gonna go ahead and take a little break here, just to go to the bathroom again. I don't think I need to fill my bottle. I think I had a lot of water left there. So yeah, I am going to be right back. There we go, just a quick break. Helps when your bathroom is right next to your room. Alright, now Miss Chat. Twitch has sadly been empty lately, so yeah, you can hear me. That's good. Alright. $1,500 Arceus. That is certainly a number. Also 990 Farfetch'd, which is 33 boxes. That's great when I only have 18 of them. 18? 17. I have 17. That's not the time to... That's not the time to reset. That's the time to reset. What are the odds for shiny Arceus? 1 in 4,096. Said before, they're not affected by shiny charm, BDSP. BDSP's shiny charm for some reason only affects eggs, so base 1 in 4,096. Can I just be weird for a second? It's really annoying me that they changed the news icon to green and the eShop to red. They used to be, I think, red and orange, respectively. Like, why did you change the color? As long as they change the icon itself, it's just the color of it. And it just sort of annoys me because it just looks wrong now. Do I need to check my boxes? I do need to check my boxes. I filled a box. Alright, let's get this Arceus encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. No shine. No shine sample. Oh yeah, it's an update that came out recently to add all the game share and virtual game cards to the console. So it's a recent update. But it just, you know, it's not something that's, it's not something that's like wrong, but it's just like, it just feels wrong and it's just annoying. It's like this little like nagging feeling of like this icon now looks wrong. So yeah, the virtual game card thing did start. The game share obviously is just in preparation for the Switch 2. You can't use it yet because you can only share from Switch 2 consoles. You can share 2 Switch 1s, 2 original Switches, Switch 1, whatever you want to call it. You know, Switch 1 does make the most sense. Like saying PS1 after the PS2 came out. But you know, it's just semantics. It's just you just need people to understand you most of the time. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But there might be a consensus at some point. But yeah, they basically added the features that they said they would add in the recent few Nintendo Directs. I'm actually still really excited for the Switch 2. I will only have one game until like a month in, but no, unless I'll get like a welcome tour, and I was also looking at that Survival Kids thing. I don't know if it has a single player mode. Yeah, that's definitely not Cynthia Battle theme, but it's not updating on the website itself, so like that's not OBS not taking the thing from the website. That's the website not taking the right, not having the right title on it. Unless it is the Cynthia Battle theme and it just has no, that's definitely a Gold and Silver theme, right? I can't recognize what the theme is, but it's definitely not Cynthia Battle theme, right? I'll just get also for better graphics in general, plus Legends ZA looks so much crispier than those on as well. Yes, I'm probably not even gonna bother with the Switch 1 edition of ZA. So I'll probably be a few months into the Switch 2's life. But yeah, graphics is great and all, but all the new games look so good. Like, not just visually, gameplay-wise as well. The Donkey Kong game looks so much fun. Like, come on. How many times do you get to have a game where you can just destroy everything? Right? How many times do you get that opportunity? You could get both games for double hunting if you can on it. I don't. I don't know. Also, if you want to get both editions, you're probably going to use the upgrade pack, whatever they're calling it, and then I don't think, I think it will still sort of share save data. But also, what double hunting will give me? Duplicate shinies? I don't see the appeal of buying 2 full editions. I'm also a tiny bit tight on money now that I have bought the Switch 2 and a few games. Plus, maybe a trip to Pokemon Worlds. Like, I paid for it. There's still a chance I might cancel it. Depending on my job situation. Yeah, I've definitely mentioned it in the past, but I might just be going to this year's Pokemon Worlds. Don't worry, no pressure was only suggesting. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's all good. Yeah, wow, my computer is struggling. It is struggling today. Oof. I hope it doesn't affect the stream too much, but it is definitely struggling. Guess that's what happens when you try to stream from an aging laptop. That is the wrong button, actually. That should have been the button. Seriously, a little after I'm getting a proper job, because I do have like some sort of work. It's not paid or anything though. So as soon as I get a proper like paying work, I'm going to be replacing this laptop. Like, it works. It's still perfect. It still works almost perfectly. It can barely live without its charger though. So it's not perfect. And also it's a little slow at times. Streams are a little bit too heavy for it. So that's why I'm not in a huge hurry to replace it. But as soon as I get a salary, then I'll probably be able to more easily afford a proper desktop computer. So yeah, some future plans I have once I get an actual paying job. But the high-tech market is a little slow right now. Not really looking for people. We got 998 far-fetched eggs, and it's still not shiny. Yeah, so computer alongside probably a place of my own. You know, it's like a rented apartment somewhere. Which is something that I need both a salary and a more specific location in order to get, so also has to wait until I get a job. $999 far-fetched 6. And here it comes. Replace that with the egg that I accidentally picked up for no reason. And now, just to see that it's not making the numbers at the bottom of the screen unreadable, egg number 1000. It is sort of connecting the two numbers together. I may have to push their font size one size smaller. Ah, what fun. 1000 far-fetched eggs hatched. None of them have been shiny. Hold on, let me take care of the text. Can I just push it one size smaller? Can I do it? Yeah, that works. Let me do it for both of them. Alright, that keeps them pretty much in place. Yeah, I'll probably make them bigger again once either of them resets. Sorry, are they not exactly in the same place? Yes, they are. Why does it look weird? Why does it look weird? I don't know. And it's honestly driving me a little crazy. Hold on. 639. So, oh, that's that. 1050, 1050. Oh my god. Why does it look like they're not at the same location? Or they're not the same height? And they totally are the same height. It's just... You know what? I need to continue the hunts. I need to continue hunting. Yeah, numbers are a little bit smaller now, but still I think mostly readable from what I see on my playback. I mean, I guess it depends on screen size, but Then again, pretty much everything is, so. Yeah, I think something that I did already was sort of to center align those texts, so when I shrunk them, it put them towards the center. Or maybe that's just something OBS knows how to do. I don't know. $15 Arceus. He needs to be above the mic cable. Because that's the way I like doing it. Seriously, this is so weird. They're totally the same height, and I'm just... It just looks weird on my end. Route 15. I do not remember how Route 15 of XMS sounds like. What the theme is. No, I don't know what the original theme sounds like. It's something I can ask chat. Yeah, I just checked. I don't remember that I did it, but I changed the Twitch category from BSP to Scarlet and Violet. I heard from someone that Twitch doesn't really mind which Pokemon game you're using when you're playing a Pokemon game. And I thought it could bring in more people, but I guess it's just hard gaining traction on Twitch. I mean, I started it later than I did my YouTube channel. So obviously it has less followers than YouTube has subscribers, but you know, I did that 50 follower hunt a long time ago, and it's gone up by 2 cents. Are people using the reaction thing on the stream? If you are, because I think it's the first time I'm seeing it, because I actually have the chat like separate. If you are using it, do tell me. I will try to see if I can integrate it onto the stream itself. Because I think there's ways like Streamlabs. To add in, like, using Streamlabs to add them to the stream itself. That would be fun if people are actually using that thing. I don't know. I guess I'll look into it. I need to pick up an egg. And continue rolling. That's egg 1005. And at 1020, I will have to not only check my last box, but since it is the last box, I need to also clean my PC again of all the non-shiny Farfetch'd. Also, I guess maybe no one will use it because, you know, no one is on my Twitch chat. But apparently, I've unlocked channel points. I don't know when I did it, but I suddenly see it when I enter my chat. So if anyone has any suggestions for rewards for channel points. I mean, one of them for like a huge amount can be like spin the bad shinies wheel. That happens when I reach the follower goals, subscriber follower goals. And some of the like basic ones, I guess. Like I'll need to look into that as well. Cause I just noticed that today as I started the, you know, I was already setting up the stream. That's when I when I go into my own chat. So I don't know when exactly I unlocked it, but maybe they lowered the you know, the conditions. That they raised the bar to unlock it or something, which is why I did. But I have no idea. I also just need to actually think up of rewards. I don't think that would get more people in the stream because I don't think you can see from outside the stream if they have channel points or not. If they have channel points enabled or not. So basically, I need to do a few things before my next stream. If there's one shiny I hand, it's definitely Gengar. Its Mega Shiny is awesome, but its regular one disappoints me. Same with Garchomp. Yes, absolutely. I very much dislike shinies that barely change. And yet I have spent almost half a year, hunting for shiny Regice, only because it's legendary. But that's the shinies that are on my wheel, that are on the wheel, because I thought up that it's a way of getting giving people incentive to follow or subscribe. So I have hunted, well, I've tried hunting for a shiny Corphish and failed. Like, I spent an entire sandwich in Scarlet Violet and didn't get it. But I've also successfully hunted for a Bombardier, which at least the parts of it that change are noticeable, but my god, is that a bad shiny. Like, it's not necessarily ones that don't change at all, that like just barely change a few shades, but even those that change like only small parts of their body, I would love to see a shiny show off your collection one day. There are multiple videos on my channel showing off my collection. You can check the shiny collection. What's the playlist called? There's a playlist. It's called where is it? Where is it? It's called Shiny Collections. I don't know why I did it. Regia is also one of them I hate. Yeah. But hey, it's legendary and it's in Ultra Sun, so I hunted for it. Again, wrong button. That was an Arceus encounter. So yeah, on my channel there's a playlist called Shiny Collections. I think it still has the first like. No, I've removed the outdated video from it. There is also like an outdated like the first time I did it, and then I repeated all of them when I got to 100 shinies. And also, if you want to just see the list of species that I've caught, there is a link if you hit excellent. There's also just like a spreadsheet that I have of. Is it this? Yes, I think it is. There's a spreadsheet of just the shinies that I've gotten. It's public to view, obviously blocked from editing by for everyone but me. So yeah, you can totally see my collection. The videos are relatively short. I have one video with 100, and then the rest are every 50. I did make one exception at 151 because you know, reasons. But yeah, it's pretty much. Thanks for the info. Only found your stream and recommended this. Again, new sub. Shiny collection is so impressive. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing as well. So yeah, they're relatively short videos. So if you want to see those, I have some of them have stories. Not all of them do. I try to tell what I remember. I need to pick up an egg, but I accidentally went into the daycare or nursery because it stopped raising your Pokemon's levels. I think most people still call it the daycare. Are most people still calling it the daycare? I have no idea, actually. I mean, those who only played Scarlet and Violet, that thing doesn't exist at all. Because breeding is through picnics. But which I honestly find not as convenient as traditional breeding. But some people like it. Some people also do Masuda method hunts for Pokemon that definitely don't need to be Masuda method hunted. I just have a general aversion to Masuda method when it's not needed. And I have to have that addition because I'm currently doing a Masuda method hunt on stream, so when it's not needed, I have an aversion towards it, because I'm usually getting unlucky with it. Like, even the Ponyta is technically over odds, even if it's 3 over odds. But I've already gone over triple odds on a Masuda method hunt. And my god, is it frustrating. And it's happening almost every single time. One thing I love about Scarlet and Violet is how easy it is to shiny hunt. Yes! Yes! I have over 200 shinies of my collection are from Scarlet and Violet. A, because you can shiny hunt basically any Pokemon that exists in the wild, which is not always the case. I mean, of course, random encounters are always a thing, but actual methods don't always work on every single Pokemon that's in the wild. And it's just so easy to do it. Have you thought of doing a shiny dex? No. Like, I have thought about it. I'm not doing it. A, because there's always going to be bad shinies that I just do not want to go through. And just in general, like, I do shiny hunts because I love the shinies themselves, so if there's shinies I don't like, I don't want to hunt them. I have like over 500 shinies or something. I don't have 500 yet. Again, if you just hit the thing itself, I have, how many of them? What's that? 400. It's almost 500, but no, I don't want to do a shiny dex because I just don't. Because there's always going to be shinies that I just don't want to hunt. Like, it's honestly a little absurd how many bad shinies there are in Scarlet and Violet. Like, new Gen 9 Pokemon that just have bad shinies, and it's disappointing. But yeah, no, I like, huge respects to people who manage to get a shiny dex. I am not gonna do it. There's always gonna be shinies I'll want to hunt. I have a pretty big list of shinies I still want to hunt. So, you know, instead of like hunting for other shinies just to complete a dex and not getting the ones that I want is definitely not on my agenda. Arceus. There we go. What time is it? I don't need to take a break just yet. But soon. Maybe at 1540. Like I said, there's still a bunch of Pokemon I'm missing through Dynamax Adventures. Like a bunch of legendaries I still want to get from there. There's still a bunch of regional variants that I want to Masuda method in Shield. What else is on my list? Honestly, I can barely remember my own list. Which is why it's written down. You know? There's still a bunch of things I want to do in Scarlet once I finish the playthrough videos of it. And complete the Pokédex there, because Shiny Charm. But yeah, I don't know why I separated the legendaries I want to shiny hunt from the regular Pokemon, but I have. There's still like this list of shiny legendaries I still want to get from Dynamax Adventures, and then like this whole list on, well, it's only these three at the top of other shinies I want to get. So there's definitely not I do definitely have a queue for a lot of shinies I want to get. So I'm not really gonna bother on completing a shiny dex. I'm barely doing regular living dexes as well. I've done like what, 2 until now? I've done, I think, just Let's Go and Legends Arceus. But both of those because catches is a big part of it, so I already had close to it when I finished the game. Like when I got the Shiny Charm. So it wasn't that hard to complete it to a shiny deck, to a living dex. With the other games, I'm usually content with just leaving it as the full evolved form, all the full evolved forms, and that's pretty much it. Just to finish the Pokédex. But yeah, I mostly have a lot of shinies because I've been hunting for a long while, and there's a ton of actual good shinies. Plus some extras that are not as good. I've just hunted for other reasons. Okay, I think I'm actually going to take a break now. I did just finish the... I still need to pick up the eggs to replace them, but... which hunt has been your longest and shortest? Okay, so... I had some one-day hunts in Ultra Sun. Like some SOS and even like 2 of the legendaries took only 1 day. So those were my shortest, definitely. And like not counting Scarlet and Violet, because Scarlet and Violet have like sometimes like half a minute long hunts as soon as I finished making the sandwich. Longest. Well, when it comes to encounter count, this like most encounters I had in a hunt was nearly 9,000 for Groudon in Ultra Sun. But time wise, because I've been doing the Let's Go hunts only on stream, the Zapdos one took more than 2.5 years because I've only been doing them on stream. And streams are once every 1 or 2 weeks. Like nowadays, they're every other week because I have 2 channels that I alternate between. But there were times that it was once a week. Anyways, I'm gonna take a little break. I need to fill my bottle. I need to go to the bathroom. So, I'll be right back. Alright. Switch is dimmed down again. Crocs with the 9,000 resets from Groudon? Yeah. Yeah. But again, legendaries in Ultra Sun, I was like, I want to get all of them. You could get them with the shiny charm. Because it was the first time you didn't need a national dex to... Well, not the first time, technically the second, but you didn't need the national dex to get the shiny charm. So yeah, Ultra Sun definitely took a few months to complete. And did I say months? I meant a few years to complete, and Zapdos was just the whole thing. Okay, so I still need to collect a couple eggs to actually fill the last box, but we are at 1,020, which is 34 boxes. And like I said, I only have 17. So that's the second time that I fill my entire PC. I can just get this egg before the next one hatches, which I just did. So we can check it for a final time and go and move on and go to Pokemon Home to clear everything out. I have an extra egg. Oh man. Where's that lost Farfetch'd? There it is. I'm just gonna keep it in there. No. Okay, you go back to where you were. Okay. I forgot I took an egg for no reason. It's fine. Hello, YouTube. Oh, is that the video pause thing? Yes, it is. Still hate it. Still think it's none of YouTube's concern if I forget my playlist running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. No shiny symbol. And that means we need to clean the PC. Because I once again have 510 non-shiny Farfetch'd. And that is all the space I have for them. That's all the space I have for them. And I have to load the virtual game card. Does that unload it? Unload the shield one? Yes, Pokemon Home. Or can you load multiple virtual game cards at the same time? What? Which uses virtual game card would you like to load? The one profile that's on the Switch. Load to this console. Okay, that's loaded. At least physical game cards still act like physical game cards. Did that unload the... No, it didn't unload the shield one. Okay, that's good. But also, shield is a physical game card. But maybe the DLC isn't. Yeah, I don't need to read. I do agree. Yeah, privacy policy, privacy notice, whatever. Just let me clear my PC. Yep, it's this one. Release. Select more Pokemon. I'm doing it through Pokemon Home because they have at least a limited mass release option. Limited because because you can't switch boxes while you're releasing Pokemon, and because it can only release up to 100 in one session. And I found that it takes the same amount of session to release them 100 at a time than it does 90 at a time, which is 3 boxes. So I just do it in 90s because it's more convenient. At least for the specific amount of boxes that I have right now. It's not always the case that it takes the same number of sessions. Just happens to be this way when you have 17 boxes. Alright. That is box number 5. And as I move this ahead, box number 6 all cleared. So I need to save and reload it again. While we're waiting for this cutscene to run. Go ahead and check out this box. Oh, no, come on. I can also at the same time triple check that I'm not missing any that I haven't accidentally missed a shiny, even though I do not think I did. Double checking is usually enough. And usually I just notice the shiny when I get it. I don't think it has happened to me that I was double checking a box and I was like, oh my god, I have a shiny in here and I didn't notice. Usually pay enough attention to at least notice sparkles. Did I change the encounter count? Yes, I did. Good. Alright, that was box 9. So save. And, oh right, I can't use LNR on this. Or ZL and ZR, I guess. First of all, move you to here. So that's important. Otherwise, let's just continue releasing stuff while we're doing this. Okay, now it's just buffering. There we go. That's number 10. Yep, you're not shiny. That's box 11. Yep, this is one of the boring jobs of it's definitely one of the boring parts of shiny hunting. Especially Masuda method. Another reason that I don't like it is the amount of cleanup you need to do. Oh, crap. I forgot to save and reload. After box 12. Release. Select more Pokemon. At least it's faster in Pokemon Home than it was in, like, again, I'll say Ultra Sun and Moon because that's where I've been doing most of my Masuda method hunts. I've been doing a lot of hunting in Ultra Sun and Moon, like, until Scarlet and Violet, it was definitely the place where I had my most shinies. Right, that's box 30 of box 30 of the PC, which is box 15 of cleaning. And then we just have the last two. Boxes 31 and 32. No, go back up. Come on. That is 31. So box 17. And as we hit the A button here, going through the last box and releasing all of them. There we go. PC is clean. Now just to get back to Shield. You know what? I think I suddenly understand what the virtual game card was was supposed to solve. I think it was supposed to solve the issue of accessing DLC and stuff on accessing like DLC and stuff on multiple consoles, because that used to be a whole thing where you had to be connected to the internet. So I think that's what it came to solve, because I just entered Shield and I didn't have to go through the checking if this game can be played thing. So I think that's what it was supposed to be. Alright, now I just have to get to the right box in the PC here. And remember that I have an extra egg. We're about 25 minutes left of the stream. And here we go, starting to fill the PC with far-fetched eggs for the third time. Not far-fetched eggs, sorry, with far-fetched hatched them eggs. There we go, first one going in. That's not much of a thing to celebrate, especially because it's a little funny, but the space I have in my PC is 17 boxes. That's 510 Pokemon, and the odds from a pseudo method are 1 in 512. So every round of cleaning my PC comes a little bit before a multiple of the odds. You know, with 2 difference added every round. So that means that in 2 more hatches, I'm at double odds. Yeah! And when I tried hunting for a shiny Galarian Meowth, that happened 5 times. I had to clean my PC 5 times because I reached 2,500. That was the most annoying one, pseudo method wise. Just reminded me how much I hate that I hate this method. But guess what? Other than Dynamax Adventures, that's the only good one in Sword and Shield. The only one in the base game. And 1024. Also known as 2 to the power of 10. Oh, there we go. No shiny, if anyone was wondering. Or also the actual multiplier in when it comes to adding prefixes to bytes. because it's 2 to the power of 10. It's actually funny how close it is to 2 to the power of 10 is, and 10 to the power of 3, like 1,000. And also the fact that it's 2 to the power of 10. Math is sometimes nice. Sometimes. All right. Back on the grind of just hatching farfetched eggs over and over. Yep, that's just what we do. Yeah, I'm really out of things to say. So that's what happens when you're on a job hunt and try to stream for 3 hours. You're just like, I already said pretty much everything that happened the last week. Yeah, getting to the odds on Arceus will definitely take a long time. I mean, it's been, how many streams has it been? It's been a lot of them, that's for sure. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a little bit of 2 more of them. Like 10 full 3-hour streams. Well, I guess the 10th is just about to end. Right? The last one is this one, the 5? Yeah, I think so. That's the 10th full 3-hour stream. There's been a little bit less than 3 hours on 2 other streams. So let's say we're about 35 hours. No, we're not 35 hours into this hunt, and we're only at 1,500. I'm not close to being on track to like I'm underdoing 1 encounter a minute. So I'm getting, let's say, 150 encounters per stream, give or take. Getting that to 4,000 is a lot. Eggs also take a while, but my pseudo method has 8 times as much. There's no chance to actually give me a shiny. So I'm expecting the shiny earlier. Like, ideally, you'd get the shiny, what, 400, 500 in? That has almost never happened to me. I'm gonna get more exact stats, but I want to say somewhere around 90% of my Masuda method hunts have went over odds. And some much higher than that. I have some double odds. I have, well, not a lot, but I have one. I have won 5 times the odds. Like I just said, Galarian Meowth took a long time, but I really wanted it. Cause come on, Golden Shiny. Like I said before, I love Golden Shinies. And there's literally no other way of hunting it. It's barely been available, it's a regional form. You can get a single Galarian Meowth as a gift in Scarlet and Violet. I don't even know if you can even shiny hunt it. Like, I don't know if that's a possibility or not. But with the amount of shiny locks in Scarlet and Violet, I don't think so. Maybe specifically gift Pokemon are okay, but heck if I know. No, because I know the starters and like all legendaries are shiny locked, even those that are from snacks and other sort of stuff. All legendaries, no matter how, are shiny locked. So I don't know if that Galarian Meowth is shiny locked, but you get a single one as a gift. So I had to hunt it in Masuda method because you don't do the number battle method in Sword and Shield. You get equal odds. You get equal odds to Masuda method after you battled 500 of them, and then it's only in Brilliant Pokemon. So, hell no. But so yeah, Masuda method. Masuda method is the way to go for Sword and Shield. So basically I'm gonna do nearly all regional forms. I don't think I'm doing every single one. And the fossils, which it's much easier to shiny hunt them through Masuda method instead of the random encounter, sort of, that is just sort of like soft reset random encounter thing that is just generating them over and over. It's just like getting new ones. They can be bred, right? I don't even have that information in the Pokédex command. They're not undiscovered, right? Crap. They're undiscovered. Ah! You can't breed the Galar fossils. Which I sort of understand, but dang it, that just removes them off my list. Do people actually shiny hunt for them? Do people actually shiny hunt for the Galar fossils? Why did I think I could do it? Because I wanted to believe that I could, I guess. Oh, man. Alright, we'll get to 1570 on Arceus, then we'll wrap things up. Why did I just think to check if they even have an egg group? Man. Do people actually hunt them by grabbing their parts and constantly generating them, and probably soft resetting once you finish? Cause man, that sounds like a pain. And also keeping it shiny charm mods instead of Masuda method. I may just have to do it because who knows if they'll ever be available in the wild of any game. Who knows if they'll ever be in the wild? I mean, the Sword and Shield DLC is the first time you ever saw any fossils in the wild. Will the Galar fossils ever be available in the wild? I don't know. In the SV DLC, you do see some fossils. I'm not sure if it's just limited to Cranidos and Shieldon, which are also version exclusives. I don't remember if there were any more. But yeah, the I don't need to pick up an egg, do I? No, I don't. Also, 1050 is the next. Yeah, 1050 is the next box. Man, that just bummed me out so much. I wanted so badly. Hey Key, how you doing? good morning to you. It's almost 6:30 here, so not really morning. But good morning to you. And thanks for the compliment. I didn't say complaint, I said compliment. You know, compliment when you say something nice. And you called me handsome, that's a compliment. Anyways, I just found out. Oh, you asked me how oh, that was a reply to that. I'm a little tired. Yeah. Also, I was about to say, I just found out that you can't breed the Gala fossils, and I really wanted to shiny hunt them. So you can't do it through the pseudo method. So that's out of the window, and I tried to ask if anyone actually shiny hunted them by getting their parts and just constantly generating them. Probably self-resetting as soon as you run out of parts. Is that how people actually shiny hunt for them? I mean, that's probably the only way of doing it. I can't think of any other way if the pseudo method is out of the window. So yeah, we're gonna get to 1570 and I'll be leaving for today. Also, we have just recently passed double odds on the Farfetch'd hunt. So that's fun. Right. Man, I completely run out of things to say. My mind is... Like, I'm so tired, I'm just starting to blank out. And just do the shiny hunts. No, that wasn't an egg. I just picked up an egg from the nursery. There was an Arceus encounter, not an egg. That's an egg, though. Also, when the Farfetch'd hunt reached 1,000, sort of squished the two numbers together, so I had to shrink them. Pick up an egg. And just 3 more Arceus encounters. Just 3 more. We can at least also get the 3 more Farfetch'd hatches, which would leave it at also a number that divides by 5. That would be great. A multiple of 5. That's usually how people call it. Pick the egg. And we have hopefully 2 more of each. Just so they'll end on nice numbers. Yep, there we go. Egg 1044, as well as the Arceus having 1 left. And the pause there was me realizing that I was about to walk into a trap. Which, if you don't understand, then you don't need to understand. And that's all what most people understand. Alright, last one of each. Here's the egg hatch, 1045. And here's YouTube still buffering, because it's dumb. It is buffering, right? No, it's video paused again. God damn it. Alright, Farfetch is not shiny. Arceus number 1570. I never stopped twice in one stream. That's not shiny either. That's gonna be... That is the last one though. Let me just grab the egg from the nursery lady. Get the Farfetch in there. There's 5 more until I need to check the box. We'll do that next time. For now, this is gonna be it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and also for getting me to 222 YouTube subscribers. That's very nice. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Pokemon content. That is, of course, if you are on YouTube. On Twitch, there's just a follow button. And also channel points, which I'm going to set up for next stream, because apparently I've unlocked those recently. I don't know when that happened, but there's channel points now. So I'm going to set up rewards for those. That's going to be nice. But yes, if you have followed or subscribed, make sure to follow me on Twitter and or Blue Sky, with the links in the YouTube description and the ones that the bot is going to send in the chat right now. These are the places where I post updates on the channel and my life in general. I post them whenever I upload a video and before I go live, so they really are the best places to get updated. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Outro stuff. Yeah. If you want to check out the rest of my live streams or videos or whatever, there is a serious playlist in the YouTube description and a whole bunch of playlists on the playlist tab on my YouTube channel. I'm sorry, Twitch guys. It's not a place for VODs. It only lets me store up to a week and clips. So my VODs are on YouTube. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that with that being said, that's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.